Welcome back, everyone, to the Zelda Speedruns. Today, we have Miniblins Tournament Season 2, Group Helmaroc King, Winners Bracket Finals, Quazy versus YourAverageLink. On commentary today, we have Drunus and Joshua FE8, and on tracking today, we have Jade Miniboo and Blank Zai. I will pass it along to them. Good luck.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Wind Waker race. We got a very good matchup today. I think Joshua may be muted. Maybe just step away for a sec or something. Yeah, we've got Quazy versus YourAverageLink today. Quazy, obviously an experienced runner, runner-up in the Dins group last year, I believe. And YourAverageLink, who's pretty new to Wind Waker Rando, but definitely has some Wind Waker experience. So. And definitely has improved a lot in the past couple months, so I think we're gonna have a really exciting race on our hands. Starting in the middle of nowhere. First two hints, we've got Diamond Step on the path to Jalhalla, Male on the path to Godan. Our foolish locations are Southern Fairy Island and Western Fairy Island. Ganon's Maze dead today. Taji mini boss has the bait bag. Earth Temple boss key is dead, and Letter from Baito, just some rupees. So probably not going to be picking that one up either. Going for a pretty standard start here. Just checking out Mother and Child. Gonna grab a grappling hook. And probably just head straight over to Windfall. So that is the cloud model made to look like Zack. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. Yeah, first up on Windfall, going to visit our good friend Tot. And just a treasure chart. So for anybody not familiar with the rando specifically, the hints we have, specifically the path hints, are going to point towards our required dungeons. So we know the two required dungeons in the seed are going to be Tower of the Gods and Earth Temple. And we're going to find something on Diamond Step Isle that is required, or at least logically required, to beat Jalhalla. And something in the mail that's logically required to beat Godan. Speaking of required to beat Jalhalla, we found the power bracelets on Tingle. Those are definitely hard required in order to kill Jalhalla. And they open up a fair amount of checks. So definitely a nice find early on.
They also look like tasty onion rings, so I'm happy about that.
Oh, hey.
Ooh, nice ghost ship chart.
Yeah, really nice to have early. You get the freedom of routing it in wherever is most convenient to you. Usually just Crescent Moon, but definitely rather find it sooner than later. Or just never at all, but...
Well, yeah, I mean, that is a good point. If you do find it, the sooner the better, because then you don't have to try and awkwardly route it in later. So, we'll see if it's something. Both runners seem to be doing very similar routes at the moment. It's really interesting.
Yeah, Miniblins, with the lack of checks, it just kind of works out that way. This is typically what you're gonna do at the beginning of every Miniblin seed.
Yeah, it makes sense, yeah.
Once we get a few more items, we'll definitely start to see some divergence. Got an early Triforce shard, so definitely can expect to see most of those pretty early in this seed.
Yeah, and then we'll see if there'll be a risk of going into Hyrule early if they got soon enough.
Looks like they're just going to continue following each other's tails here, so...
Always love learning a song that we already know. Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Delivery bag. Actually, I'm not even sure if the delivery bag is helpful in these settings, but...
Mailing the note to Mom is a check, as well as the letter from Baito. We already know that the letter from Baito is dead, so Baito's mom is still a check, and the mail is path in this seed, so I'll have to see if that comes into play.
Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, I seem to be heading for Crescent Moon now.
Yeah, makes sense. With that early grapple and power bracelets, we can pretty much clear this whole corner of the map. So definitely nice to just get all of this out of the way. And of course, we can pick up the ghost ship while we're up here, which is what it looks like both runners are going to be doing.
Yeah, it's a very convenient spot. Like, I have literally myself once picked up the ghost ship chart on Crescent Moon and then gone and got it immediately. So, it's a nice spot.
Yeah, that always feels really good when it just works out like that. But it is going to be a dead check, so nothing here for us today.
Honestly, pretty convenient that it's dead because, like, we don't have the best items to complete it right now anyway, so it saves having to come back later.
Yeah, it would have been a total headache to have to do that check right now.
Ooh, salvage corp time. Let's see. Oh, epic.
Yeah, nice red rupee pickup there for your average link.
Ooh, slightly struggling to find the entrance to Port Prim. And yeah, I swear, and it doesn't matter how many times I go to this island, I still struggle to find the entrance. Luckily, we can already check this check at least. It's unusual from what I've seen to actually have the grapple hook to be able to check this and then not have anything else to check the others, but we have power bracelets, so luckily we can full clear it. Ooh, whoops. That's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yep, unfortunately dead up there, but I'd have to say it's always better to be able to do the check and have it be dead than not be able to do the check and see a spiky chest up there.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been very convenient if it had been something, but sadly not. But this is looking pretty loaded otherwise, because that's a nice bit of cheese.
Yeah, and we did get that sword on the left side, so...
Okay, so... Oh, is this northern... No, this is Eastern Ferry, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so this is going to be our last check in the northeastern corner of the map. So once we have this cleared, we never have to come back up here, which is really, really nice.
Yeah, it's really cool how you can chain these islands together.
It'll be interesting to see what the runners do from here, because I know there are some people who tend to put off Outset until they find Leaf, hoping that they can check the Great Fairy later on. Never mind. The classics.
That's great.
There is still a possibility of putting it off until maybe having the hook shot, knowing that something in Diamond Step is going to be required. Of course, you can skip the hook shot down there. Just takes a little bit longer to do, but not terribly long or difficult.
So it looks like we are going to Outset. That makes sense, honestly. For all we know, the hook shot could actually be here.
Yep.
And yeah, luckily it's night, so we can just go straight in this house. No need to do the really cool roll clip, although it would have been cool to see it. Oh, nice hammer. Very cool. And yeah, we seem to be heading up to see the Great Fairy, which, I mean, makes sense, of course.
Yeah, it's really nice to be able to do it early on, because a lot of times the game will just force you to come here without the means to do so.
Oh yeah, and I see that Quazy made sure that the wind was facing the correct way, so no need to waste time playing the wind's Requiem. That's really smart. Very helpful of the swift sail.
Yeah, it's a good heads-up play from both of our runners here. Quazy going to be grabbing that red rupee, which will be nice because Beetle has a Triforce shard that your average Link already picked up. Yeah, it's a good display of knowledge, showing that he knows he can pick up a red rupee there, and it's probably one of the more convenient places to pick up rupees in these settings. If you have the means to get up here, of course.
I mean, that's not awful, I guess. So
Yeah, especially with that mail path, that is gonna give us a check in that mailbox. Potentially something very required.
thank you, Beetle, for the cheese. That was very cheap. So I guess you don't know the power of it. Or courage, I guess.
And with that, both our runners are basically right on top of each other.
Yeah, this is great. Very, very in sync with each other so far.
Synchronized granny saving. You love to see it.
So much soup. Let's go. I see. So Yala's going to get the mail now, whereas Quazy has decided to go and get the treasure chest under the house first. Interesting difference.
Yeah, I think normally it is faster to check the mail and then go under the house. And then you can just save warp from the basement there.
Right. Well, I mean, casually getting a pearl, which, I mean, is required with Tower of the Gods in Logic, so... Oh, and a statue, of course, because that's very important as well, yeah.
Also worth noting that Pearl is going to put another check in the mail, so... Good to see them check
true.
that out.
Yeah, it's crazy how much Tingle is obsessed with attention for himself, which, like, fair enough, but it would be nice if it didn't cost us our life savings generally. Ooh, more cheese, let's go.
And it looks like both our runners will be opting to do Diamond Step early.
Oh yeah, they don't have hook shot. That makes sense. Which, fair enough. It's a pretty convenient trick to know. Like they are literally doing so much the same. This is great.
Yeah, this is awesome. So runners are gonna be keeping an eye out for some seagulls here. They mark the spot where the big octo lies on the sea. Just a quick jump into the middle of the whirlpool, and they'll be voided on top of the island. And it looks like both of them nailing it first try, so really, really great stuff. Both runners popping a safety save here, so nice little heads up play just in case this doesn't go as planned.
Yeah, this trick is really cool. How you can get to like a section of water that's in the island and then just pop up and go in. Because, you know, that's how physics works.
It's so funny with like the way the game works and like the way the islands are designed. Like it almost feels intentional that like these glitches exist. Like it's just like too perfect in some cases.
True, yeah. Wow. I knew this place had a lot of strats, but I have never seen what Quazy just did. That was interesting.
Oh, getting on top of the closed pot, you mean?
Yeah, I've never seen that. That's really cool.
And we are going to see a bow here. The bow is pretty nice for both of our dungeons. And it's like finding a bow on a path location is pretty interesting at this point. Because in order for that bow to be path, it either needs to lock both bows or the fire and ice arrows need to lock a bow itself. Looks like we are finally going to see some divergence. We've got Quazy going to Cliff Plat, spotting a spiky chest on the highest isle. And we've got YourAverageLink heading towards the Islet of Steel.
Yeah, pretty big difference here. I mean, I probably would have gone for Cliff Plateau myself, just because, like, I mean, there's two checks here, but for all we know, this could be the move to go to Islet of Steel, because, I mean, this jump is really convenient to do. Mm-hmm. You might as well clear it instead of coming back later. And unfortunately, Islets does not have anything useful. And there's Quazy doing storage to get up here, so yeah, we'll see what he's got soon. Looks like we're going to be clearing Bird's Peak as well, which, I mean, understandable. It's a very convenient thing to do.
Yep. Yeah, it's worth mentioning that with the items we have right now, we don't necessarily need this storage. We have the hammer and the grapple, so we can clear both the islands on this side of the map without the use of chest storage. But Quazy deciding to go for the storage anyway.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, storage is a very, very swag strat, so it definitely is worth it.
Yeah. Also could be a matter of just like muscle memory, and I don't know, you just tend to get storage up there, so sometimes it's easy to forget.
Yeah, that is true. Very fair.
It looks like we do have another check in the mail, so possibly was bombs that we picked up, I would imagine. Quazy with a nice little leaf strat, never seen that one before, but that looked pretty nice.
Yeah, I've not seen that either. That's really good.
And Cyclo's going to be giving us the mirror shield, which can be very, very useful in Earth Temple. So it looks like
it does indeed seem like we've got bombs.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the second chest there was.
Yeah, I've not noticed anything yet.
Oh, it was a fourth Tingle statue.
Ah, I see. Nice.
We got
That's
a hook
better,
shot
though.
in the mail. Yeah, that's going to be required most likely for these runners, unless you're looking to morph hover at the end of the game, which I would imagine most runners are not keen on doing.
Yeah, I'm definitely expecting Quazy to go to Tower of the Gods after trekking Thorns. It would make sense.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now with the means to full clear it, I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, they might check Bomb Island, not sure. Ooh, more cheese. Cool.
And YourAverageLink also going to be grabbing storage on the top of this island. Yeah, I'd have to imagine at this point we're going into Tachi. Quazy double checking the hints, maybe didn't remember what was on the mini boss there. Just checking to make sure he doesn't have to do that check when he goes. And we'll be on our way to Tower of the Gods.
Wow, nice green bubbles there.
Yeah, I really like some of these colors. I noticed when we were in Paw Print, there was some really nice purple shoes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that, yeah. And there's fire and ice arrows.
Awesome. So with that, we have the means to full clear Earth Temple, I believe. Between the two runners, of course, your average Link will be picking up those Fire and Ice just a little bit later on here. And Quazy still has to pick up that Mirror Shield off Cyclos. And as expected, that is a bow-locked bow. This Taji is loaded.
Wow. And I did not know about that secret there, so that's that's nice.
Yep, so with Miniblins Season 2, or rather in one of the side tournaments earlier on this year, they started introducing dungeon secrets into the check pool. So that was one of 2 in this dungeon, and we'll see another 2 in Earth Temple later on.
Yeah, it looks like Quazy's now going for floor 1 skip, which luckily he has the leaf for, so it's definitely a nicer version of it than doing it without the leaf. Can be a bit awkward sometimes. I'm wondering if the statue was positioned a bit off there.
Definitely possible. I'm not sure if he meant to drop in the water there, but yeah, sometimes I think that can happen if you're just holding a direction for too long. Seeing some divergence again, your average Link opting to just be a little bit more thorough. Checking Bomb Island here from Thorned.
Yeah, I possibly would have checked Bomb Island here. It's a perfectly understandable play just to make sure as much is cleared as possible down there.
Yeah, the way these settings play out, you probably will end up doing this at some point. So there's nothing wrong with getting it out of the way now. And it looks like we do have a spiky chest up there, so we'll have to see what we get from here.
The fire arrows make this so much nicer to do.
Yeah. And that's going to be our 5th Tingle statue, so that's another check we have available.
Oh, the wonderful ankle. Yeah, hook shot helps there as well. Very nice. And oh wow, the boomerang. Very, very cool bait.
Yeah, gonna be logically required to beat the seed, but I can't imagine either of these runners putting that to use.
Yeah, rather unfortunate. Yeah, okay, so yeah, Quazy's now got floor 1 skip. He was doing the trick to get to hop across without moving the statue earlier. I forgot to say anything about that. I got confused. Oops. But yeah, we're on our way to the top of Tower of the Gods now. And Yala's joined in Tower of the Gods as well, which makes total sense.
Yep. So basically just a floor one behind, but has completed those couple overworld checks.
Yeah, I've always liked that trick where you roll on the third switch and then just get on the platform, because it just makes it slightly faster.
Yeah, it's a really neat little trick.
That's Fire and Ice arrows for Yal as well now.
And Quazy heading up to the first Armos chest. After getting a nice clean grab on the statue in the previous room. Looks like nothing here today.
Yeah, where was it that Yal got the mirror shield that Quazy doesn't have?
That was on Cyclos.
Ah, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
So yeah, very likely that Quazy will have to go pick that up at some point. Of course, if he ends up finding light arrows, there's a chance you don't need it.
True, yeah.
Well, we'll just have to see how everything plays out.
Yeah, I like that this room means you just play the song instead of having to kill more Armos. That's, I mean, I don't know, maybe that's boring for other people, but I think it's way less work.
No, I definitely agree with you there.
Yes.
Those guys can be a pain in the butt sometimes.
For real.
Looks like we do have a key chest at the top of floating platforms, and a spiky chest at the bottom. So, Quazy, I'd imagine... Oh, was that not a spiky chest? I may be mistaken about that.
Yeah, I didn't quite get good enough a look at it.
Not a spiky, got it. I'm just blind.
Relatable. Yeah, I love this trick to get the third statue. Like, I think there's something about how it can also stop you triggering the whiz robe in the scale room before this as well.
Yeah, so in that little area behind the laser, if you don't drop below the statue heads in the back, you won't actually spawn any Wizrobes in this room back here. Normally there is one that spawns if you were to play this casually, and he can really make things quite a mess.
Yeah, anything to get rid of him.
Oh no, the keys target.
Oh no.
That can happen, it's quite unfortunate. Of course, the targeting in this game does like to just grab enemies from all the way across the room. It can force you into yeah, force you into doing something unfortunate like that. It's okay, we'll just have to solve this short puzzle again. It's not gonna be too bad.
I love those fast-moving statues. It's such a convenient change.
Oh my god, I kind of took it for granted until I went back and played on a previous build, and it's just so different. Like,
yeah, I can imagine.
Come on.
I get to hear the Cloud voice line. Come on there. I wasn't expecting that. Quazy doing a little setup here, hoping to skip having to push the button to activate the bridge and get this statue across. So we'll see if he set this up correctly. And it looks good.
Nice and clean there.
Yeah, with this statue, Quazy will be able to make his way to the top of the dungeon. There's one more dungeon secret up there, our boss key chest, and of course, Godan.
Yeah, it's really interesting not having to do these in order. Like, it's very convenient.
Yeah, there are some nice little routing things you can do. Like if you had to do the mini boss, you can carry chest storage from like the first floor all the way up here and just walk through the mini boss door.
Wow, and they just got that check at the exact same time as well. That was great.
Yeah. Of course, your average Link still has a little bit to do here. But he does still have that mirror shield over Quazy, so we'll have to see how that plays out. Note to mom.
Oh, so that's where the other secret is. Okay.
Yep, and of course, it was mentioned earlier, both of those being joy pendants in the vanilla game.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, it was a nice hookshot through the laser there.
Oh my god, we found Brad. Let's go.
Wait, what's Brad?
Oh, the blue rupee.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
It's like a Greg, Brad sort of thing.
Yeah, Brad's
Gotcha.
the blue rupee.
So your average Link here opting to do this in a way where he grabs the side of the head there. So that isn't actually going to prevent the Wizrobe from spawning. Because your feet kind of dangle into the area where it triggers the Wizrobe to spawn. So we will be getting that Wizrobe here. It looks like it shouldn't give him too much trouble, especially with Master Sword. We've got our classic Nintendo head and hands boss.
And of course, it also involves shooting eyes. Like,
Yep. Yeah, pretty cookie cutter design from Nintendo. Definitely a boss that you've seen in many games before.
oh yeah, true. It also includes throwing a bomb in the mouth as well. Yeah, very typical design.
Come on.
Oh yeah, of course, bombs are definitely tasty. I agree. Yes.
Bongo, Bongo, or Godan? I don't know. They're the same. They're the same boss. I can't really say.
Honestly, the only reason I would choose Godin is simply because I don't have to deal with him being invisible.
Come on.
Fair enough. Yeah. But Bongo's got the funny little animation when you ice arrow his hand, where he's like punching his hand. Kinda,
I mean, that is true, yeah.
Your average Link making it across the room there without the use of the bridge. Not exactly first try, but getting it very clean on the second try. So not gonna cost him too much time, barely missing that platform cycle due to the bubble.
Yeah, and it looks like Quazy's checking Private Oasis, which, yeah, I can understand why.
Yeah, it would make sense to see him either go to Bomb Island or Ice Ring from here, whichever he chooses.
Oh yeah, the bubbles suck. I mean, I do still find it odd that they're called bubbles, because when I look at a flying skull, that is definitely not what I think of. But, I mean, it also makes them sound cuter than they actually are.
It's also weird being somebody who comes from Ocarina of Time, because there's a monster in that game that is literally a bubble, but it's called a Shabam and not a bubble, and the bubbles are like the skull ghost. How does that make any sense?
Oh my god, yeah. I actually never knew that that's what those bubble enemies are called. That's funny. Yeah, Quazy's doing the hammer through wall strat, which I really like. It's very convenient.
Yep, very quick, looks pretty cool. The rats are definitely a pain in the ass.
Yeah, they are very annoying. I just decide to kill them, but usually the easiest way to kill them is actually to use the boomerang, which unfortunately Quazy didn't get, so it's not much help here.
But he was able to get both switches, so...
Yeah, who needs a boomerang? Nothing in that chest. Yeah, I love this strat as well. Very helpful.
Yeah, really cool. Being able to just hook shot through the walls here using the ladder.
Yeah, the cabana was very rude today. Unfortunate.
Ooh, a nice little double hit from your average link there. Both the hands just happening to line up.
Yeah, I always love when that happens. It's great.
It feels so cool to do, like, even though there's really, like, nothing, as far as I know, that you can do to, like, set something like that up. It just kind of happens sometimes. But it makes you feel so
exactly.
good.
Yeah, so we obviously know how all this will end up, but yeah, Quazy's checking Bomile now, which is fair.
Yeah, something interesting I'd like to see. So obviously he's gonna go up and do this check because he sees a spiky chest. Once he sees its boomerang, I would like to see potentially like just an immediate reset and then just sail south from Oasis instead to do Ice Ring.
Yeah, that would be good routing actually.
Ice Ring is one of those places at the moment where it's likely for our light arrows to be, considering we know that both of them have to be at least locked by one bow. Or, sorry, at least one of them. No, sorry, I was right, yeah. Yeah, both of them have to be at least locked by that first bow. Of course, there is a lot of Earth Temple that can logically be locked by two bows. And it looks like Quazy will be doing just that. Just immediately resetting, sailing down to Ice Ring.
Yeah, no one wants to keep the boomerang. Unless you're Yal, obviously. Oh, is Yal looking for more money in order to mail the note to Mom? Oh, that would make sense.
Seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, the crack you're supposed to crawl through is kind of well blended in. Like, I don't even know how I first realised you're supposed to be able to crawl through it.
Quazy not finding anything good here at Ice Ring. Possibly...
Sad.
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna go turn in those Tingle statues.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Oh wow, okay, very much required.
Yeah, so that's good. Of course, I was forgetting that Quazy does not have the mirror shield, so probably... I was thinking he might go to Earth Temple at some point soon, but it's not likely to happen without cleaning up at least most of this overworld looking for that shield.
Yeah, I was almost thinking that he might have, like, sailed from Tingle Island to go to Cyclos and check it, but then, of course, he also doesn't know that that's where the mirror shield is, so it might not be top of his priority.
Yeah, I have also seen like a couple times this tournament, players kind of being unfamiliar with that spot, or at least like, I'm sure a lot like sail west from Eastern Ferry to get to that spot, but you don't really think about sailing east from Tingle sometimes.
Yeah, which is totally fine, yeah.
Especially like, at the point where like Tingle statues generally come into play, you've typically already done that check. I think like that connection is maybe just a little bit weird to make.
Yeah, that is a good point.
But it is entirely possible he's just choosing not to route in Cyclos at this point.
So, looks like Quazy's heading for Needle Rock now, while Yal is going for Ice Ring. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's called Needle Shrock, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that's a reference to that bird, Apollo. Big fan of that bird, personally. And your average link with the mirror shield will be able to continue south here and check Angular Isles. So.
Yeah, we'll see what difference this makes. I'm kind of hoping the last bow could have been here, but I think possibly the hints say otherwise. I don't really understand the path hints personally, but I've also not used them much, so...
A bow definitely could be here with the mirror shield being locked by the first bow. This definitely qualifies as a bow lock check at the moment.
Ooh, so... Okay, apparently it's not spiky. I don't know how anyone is able to peek that chest so easily. I have to use the telescope and zoom all the way in, and even then I doubt it.
So it looks like things will be paying off a little bit here for Quazy, not having to route in that island, not even really having the option. We'll be picking up the mirror shield now from Cyclos. And I'd have to imagine he just goes straight into Earth Temple at that point.
That's what I was thinking. I definitely would head to Temple straight after this, especially if it's Mirror. Well, since it is Mirror Shield, yes.
Mm-hmm. And I think for your average link here, the only overworld check left is going to be Needle Rock, so yeah, probably just looking to clean that one up before heading into Earth Temple. Just make sure everything is totally clean up here. Once you hit go mode in Earth Temple, potentially, you'll be able to know that you can just go mode the rest. Of course, there still is the Master Sword Chamber, which could come into play. And I would say most likely would come into play, but you never really know how things are gonna shake up in the final stages of the race here.
Yeah, Vanilla Master Sword Chamber would be brutal, but it would be funny. So I'm all for it. So happy 1 hour. Let's go.
Yep, 1 hour, heading into our second and last dungeon. Looking for one of each of the big three. 1 shard, 1 sword, 1 bow. Of course, thank you to our lovely trackers. If I could scroll up. Today we have Jade Minibo and Blank Zai tracking for us. Thank you to our lovely restreamer, Tomomodachi. And of course to my wonderful co-commentator, Joshua.
And likewise.
It's always nice to get a Wind Waker restream going.
Yeah, big Wind Waker fan here, and I'm sure lots of people love seeing these restreams.
These shoe colors are confusing me.
Oh, same. Yeah, I can't keep up with them. I don't know how people can use the random enemy colours.
Going for the sword swing on the green one, but it's not actually a green one. It's a purple one.
Oh.
So you're gonna see our first dungeon secret here. It's gonna be behind this curtain.
Ah, I see, yeah. Ooh.
And that's our light arrows right off the bat.
There we go.
So pretty nice find early. Not gonna have to worry about any of the fights in here. Just be able to shoot a light arrow at pretty much anything in here and kill it.
Yeah, literally one of my favourite things about Rando, because I was always sad in Vanilla that you got the light arrows and only got to shoot like 5 enemies with the light arrows, whereas in this you can make use of them for so much.
Yeah, as expected, the bow was path because it locked all the other bows. And also the mirror shield. Of course, 2 bows probably going to be logically required in order to beat the dungeon, depending on the key layout. We do have another spiky chest here in the first crypt.
Okay, there's our last try for us.
Unfortunately, you would have much rather seen a sword there. So,
True, yeah.
but Master Sword Chamber is still on the table here. Quazy will be going back to this Chew room to grab some storage and just head forward through the dungeon using that.
Yes, Jade, I agree. Vanilla is very nice.
It looks like Quazy will be using the storage to go left side instead of forward through the dungeon. So looking to full clear Earth Temple rather than hoping that the sword is just going to be somewhere along the way in the middle, which is totally a valid play.
I just love to imagine what that poor Moblin is thinking, getting hook-shotted all of a sudden.
Yeah, that must not feel very good, if I had to guess. But who knows, maybe you just hit him in like that one like really hard to reach spot. Quazy with the nice void out here to get rid of that chest storage. For any of those who are unaware, if you fall into the bottom of this room with chest storage, you're basically screwed.
Oh, that makes sense. I was very confused. Okay, yeah. Oh my god, I hate these redeads.
Yeah, their scream terrified me as a child, and now as an adult, it terrifies me when people use it on the Discord soundboard.
Oh god.
So far, left side here not quite paying off. We still have 2 more checks. Still looking for that sword. Your average Link is opting to go straight down the middle though. So if the sword ends up being in either of these directions, you can expect the runner to find it to gain quite the lead.
I'm currently just going to keep believing in the Master Sword Chamber sword, but we'll soon find out. Oh, and that is Trevor, the Rainbow Rupee.
Why, Trevor?
I will be honest, even I don't actually know. I just kind of picked it up and I love it. Okay, that's another dead chest, unfortunately. Ah, okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it looks like left side, Earth Temple. Your average Link making his way into the third crypt.
These storage strats are so cool. It's amazing how broken this dungeon is.
Yeah. And I've got to say, for anybody like thinking of picking up the game, but being like kind of intimidated by a lot of these tricks, your average Link has been playing for like no longer than a few months.
Yala's done great already. Like his improvement's been impressive.
Yeah, with third crypt dead there, it looks like we're not going to find anything straight up the middle. So we're either looking at the boss here, Jalhala, looking in the basement, or looking towards that Master Sword chamber. Because we do know that the Baito male is dead. Yeah, I'm gonna be making quick work of these poses with the souped up Master Sword. Quazy doing the same, but against the Floor Masters.
I don't know why I keep forgetting that there isn't Triforce on the bosses in this build of the Randomizer, even though we've literally already got all the Triforce.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, you spent your whole Wind Waker career up to this point with it being the other way around. It's a pretty new feature.
Hey, good fight there for Yal, luckily.
And I'd have to think with skipping left side early on, Yal is most likely to just head straight into the basement here.
I definitely think basement before left side is the better choice.
Yeah, those checks, especially with the items he has, especially light arrows, are definitely some really quick checks. And you can't find any small keys down there, which make them pretty powerful checks too.
Yeah, I mean, I would have also liked it if he'd just gone and checked Master Sword Chamber, honestly, but I totally get why he's not.
Yeah, the risk there, of course, being we're gonna have to go down there later, and it definitely feels pretty bad. Just going down to find out you have to go down again later on.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, we'll just be cleaning up the basement. I wouldn't be surprised to see him maybe just head off to Master Sword Chamber after this and like reset back here to do left side, or like with the intention of resetting back here to do left side after Master Sword Chamber. But of course, we know if we don't find it down here, it pretty much has to be Master Sword Chamber at this point.
Oh, I see. So Yao's trying to get the light to shine over there so we can get the other chest, I assume? Or is he trying to get to the Stalfos room?
So with Medley shining the light beam over to that side of the room, you're able to just reflect it straight at both the chest and the wall from here, and just skip using the mirrors altogether. The chest, he did peek, and it's not spiky, so...
Yeah, no need to waste time with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this room is just so much better with light arrows.
Yeah, one of the main pluses is that you don't actually have to jump down here. But yeah, choosing to do it anyway, it's not really going to cost that much time. And we've got another dead chest. I'm not sure, I guess the mini-boss was hinted, so won't have to, or sorry, not the mini-boss, the BK chest. And it looks like we will be clearing left side before we go.
Okay, yeah, he's going for left side now. Ooh. Ooh. This could change things.
Yeah, it looks like Yao made the heads-up play early on to make sure he saves himself a chest here. So he does have a chest to use in order to get storage to get over to that left side very quickly.
Yeah, I'm expecting this to end up very close at this point. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it would be nice to see at this point Quazy go for the basement play, which I think is like, I think in this position, like you just make that play. And I think they'll end up in Master Sword Chamber at pretty similar times. It looks like Quazy is save warping, so we'll be making that basement play from here. Also worth noting that Quazy has not checked Angular yet, although with it being all the way on the south side of the map and no warp points close by, I can't imagine he ever makes it down there.
Yeah, I feel like he's just going to leave it, unless of course he for some reason would want to sail to it from the island he's on now, but I don't see that happening. That seems like it will be slow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at this point you just have to gamble and hope that check is not required. Your Average Link just about finished with this left side. I think just has the 3 blocks chest to do.
Yes, unfortunately, no bomb ledge clips.
Oh,
may be
from the
cool, but
top, I
not
guess.
that kind. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never even considered that.
Yeah, both runners got Trevor, so that's always nice.
So yeah, both these runners going to be hitting their last check of the dungeon at very close times. So going into Hyrule looking like a very close race.
Yeah, at this point again, yeah, it's going to be them basically in the same spot for the rest of the race, I imagine. Because, I mean, they've just got Hyrule left, and I assume the sword must be in Master Sword Chamber.
It's super funny seeing, like, they started off this race very much just, like, right on top of each other, holding hands the whole time. And ended up doing a lot of different things in the middle, but at the end here, just meeting back up, heading back to holding hands on their way into Hyrule. Quazy
Yeah,
gonna pop the
this is
save, still has that angular on the mind. And that basically made up the difference between the two. They're pretty much just about in sync.
Yeah, I'm especially excited to see how the Puppet Ganon fights go for both of them. Oh yeah, grapple skip. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm so inconsistent with that trick. I'm jealous of everyone who manages to get it consistently.
Yeah, it can be a little tricky because if
Looks
you
like
move even like the tiniest bit, it just messes up the whole thing.
Yeah, and then we end up with someone like Advo who's able to do it without even being able to double target. So, yeah, I wish I was that good.
I'm sure many people wish they were that good.
I mean, true, yeah, for sure.
And there it is, our vanilla Master Sword.
Yeah, I've got what I wanted, I guess. Then if
Yeah.
the runners will like it.
So yeah, both these runners very much in sync, heading towards these last few hurdles of the race.
Oh my god. Like, literally, they're like a second apart. This is scary.
Yeah, really no telling which way this one's gonna go.
Oh, I will absolutely scream as well, Momo, and I don't think anyone in chat will thank me.
It's okay, I will deafen so you guys can scream to your heart's content.
Oh god, if it came down to Ganon's RNG, oh my god, I'd actually probably cry.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a terrible way to go down.
Oh, now what? Quazy did the sidle strat and Yal didn't. I mean,
Yeah,
fair
so
enough.
you can kind of see like the little bit of time that saves. Gonna bring these runners to basically exactly even. Not sure where those swords are landing. Looks like Yal's is a little closer to the wall there. Yeah, this is just about as close as it gets at this point. Like,
Oh my god. And I mean, not that it's that important, but I did also notice that Yal has more arrows at the moment.
that is true. But yeah, like you said, if Quazy can't manage to do this with what his like 38 arrows, 39 arrows going in, then he's probably already lost at that point. I have to imagine.
Yeah, unfortunately, very true. Yeah, Puppet Ganon one in particular for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely the major hurdle between them and the finish.
Oh boy. Ooh, no immediate shot for either of them. Oh god.
Yeah, keeping us on our toes here. Yal nailing the first shot. Quazy getting a little bit trolled with PG's position there.
Yeah, a bit too close.
That's 2 for Yal.
Okay.
1 for Quazy.
Ooh, so close, Yal. Oh. Ooh. Oh god.
Oh,
No.
that's 2 for Quazy. We're 2 apiece.
Oh boy.
Yal getting the spin. And Quazy
Oh my
got
God,
the spin shot!
shot.
Absolutely wild.
Oh, yeah, this is... Come on, Yal. There we go.
There we go. Getting that 3rd hit. The worst thing, especially in a finals race like this one, just the nerves that you're feeling at this point and trying to make these very precise shots.
Seriously, I don't think I've actually ever freaked out quite this much.
Quazy getting a nice double hit on PG2 there. Unfortunately, targeting a Keese, so kind of getting trolled out of his aim there for the 3rd shot, but shouldn't have too much trouble here. There it is. Oh, if Yal landed that, it would have been so synced up right now.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
But PG3 does have a lot of potential to troll.
Say Momo.
Quazy getting a nice immediate shot here on PG3. Looking to shoot from across the room, gets the 2nd shot.
Oh my god. Oh,
And
there we go.
PG is down for Quazy. Yeah, going for the bomb strat here. Playing it a little bit safe. Actually going for the Trog shot. And nailing
Yes!
it!
Oh my god! Oh my
This
god!
is such a close race.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
This is intense. Quazy going for a full rope climb here. Yal can definitely make up some time.
Oh no. Oh, God. That's a good rope climb as well, actually.
Yep, cutting it early, just a little bit. Just you really got to play it safe here. This is final stages of this race. It is definitely very intense right now.
God.
Quazy gonna be souping up. Yal will be souping up shortly, I would imagine, going into the final fight. But first, we're gonna have to see a grapple skip. Quazy
Okay.
nailing it.
Oh my God. Oh, now Yal got the grab. Oh, Jesus.
Oh wow. Okay. So Quazy's in first, but only by a few seconds. Yeah, getting the pog slide there, making up the difference.
Oh my God, if this comes down to Ganon RNG, oh jeez.
Quazy narrowly making it through there, not taking a hit, not losing his suit power up. Both players entering phase 2 of this fight. Only seconds apart. Both runners getting a nice parry.
Oh
We're
my
basically
God.
exactly in sync at this point. This all comes down to how fast Zelda wants to shoot that light arrow.
Oh no! Oh, no, Quazy!
Quazy! And Yal gonna
GG
take this
for Yal.
race. Zelda just
my
whiffing the
God.
shot.
GG
Absolutely
Quazy.
wild
Oh.
race.
Oh my God.
Holy.
Oh my goodness.
What a finish.
You know what's funny? So I normally tell myself, I'm not going to go for fast rope climb, I'm not good enough at mashing. But I thought I was really behind, so I went for it this time. And that might have been the difference.
It might have been. I think
my
it was.
God. Yeah, oh my God, that was brilliant.
That was such a wild finish to this race.
Yeah, GG's.
Oh man. GG.
GG's.
Oh, what an amazing race.
I'm glad it was.
Yeah, you guys, like, starting off the race, I know, like, the decision making was probably, like, pretty straightforward, but you guys were pretty much just holding hands through the whole beginning of the race. And then, like, pretty much right at the end, like, you guys both left Earth Temple at around the same time, and pretty much just held hands through all of Hyrule and Ganon's. It was really an incredible experience.
That's
And
wild.
when I was thinking, as I did the rest of Earth Temple and it was nothing, I was thinking, man, I should have gambled MSC once I saw that it stored a Triforce and not a sword. Like, Earth Temple is always dead. It's so sad.
So true. And it was so early on with like the two items you needed from Earth Temple. I was like, there has to be something in the back or like something on the left side. Sadly, there wasn't.
Yeah. And skipping Angular did almost save the race.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
was
no,
debating-
that entire like south part being dead was also pretty upsetting.
Yeah, it really
100%.
was.
I was getting trolled by L targeting there. In Taji, I probably threw
Aw.
the statue off of the cliff in that one room and I was so sad. Or like into the water.
Oh yeah, that hurt. Oh my God.
I was like, I'm gonna hop sideways. I normally just run the slow way, but I was like, you know what, today, going against a fast opponent, I was like, I'm gonna do the sideway hops. The Keese got me, turned me towards the water, and I just threw that boy in the water. I was like, damn.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've done that
And-
before. It's definitely doesn't
I was
feel
like-
great.
This is the match where I should try out doing second statue command melody skip, and then I fail it the first time. I don't know what was wrong. The setup looked identical.
Yeah, I'm
Like-
not sure. Like, it looked fine to me. It might have been like a problem with your positioning before the side hops, or maybe just like moving a tiny bit like in between the side hops, like so small that you can't even really
Uh-huh.
detect it. But like, definitely
Like if I don't
some
commit
things
to
can
that,
happen.
Like if I don't commit to the 3, I just like fail it every time. Even if I'm like I'm gonna go slow, it just doesn't work. I have to just like spam the button 3 times. I was laughing at the end of the race because as I was climbing up the rope, I was like, man, I need to learn actually how to do rope climb one day. Because every once in a while someone's like 15 seconds can save a race, or like 10 seconds, and then it was like 6 seconds. I was like, damn, they were right this whole entire time. Will I learn it? Probably not. But
it's funny. Yeah. Before you came in, I was like, I am bad at mashing. I shouldn't go for fast rope climb. But in this race, I should go for it because I felt super behind because I full cleared. So, yeah, it seems like might have actually been the decider. Oh, and then my PG1 was bad, but I got Trog shot. So,
oh heck yeah.
Yeah, I think
PG1.
Yeah, that Trog's brilliant.
Quazy had like a pretty similar PG1, but ended up hitting an insane spin shot at the end.
Yeah, I love the spin shots.
My first shot was a little too high as well. I just heard like the sound, and I was like, if I hit the rope, I should have hit the orb. Like I was so sad. Like the little boing.
Oh no!
Oh,
Zelda
yeah,
missed her
that's
shot.
unfortunate that Zelda missed. Oh my god.
Ah, you hate to see it. But you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
'Cause we'll see you again in Grands, right?
That's the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan.
I either get the race against Blink that I've always wanted, or I get the rematch against a really close race on my last time. So I'm super excited for the LB finals. It's gonna be good time either way.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of hype races still to go here in the group Helmaroc King.
Super excited for all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, like regarding the seed, I don't really even know what to say. You guys kind of played it very similarly. There's not really a whole ton to go over.
I know, I was pretty sad when I committed to Outset and Diamond Step first, and then found bombs at Cliff Plat. I was like, oh, that would have been... And then Hookshot, and I was like, that would have been helpful for Diamond Step.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, and we saw you guys both like store the chest on Cliff Plat. I'm not sure if you're just like going through the motions or just...
I just don't like the grapple clip.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's totally fair.
Yeah, since it was spiky and I had to go up there anyways, I was like, I'll do the storage, even though my storage was a little slow this time. Because like that grapple clip, I could be there for like 10 minutes doing myself.
Yeah, that's totally fair. And I'm just thankful I got to see you do that thing with the leaf where you like went around the island, like around the side of the Bird's Peak. Because I've actually never seen that before.
Oh yeah, that used to be like a method.
Yeah,
I think there's like an easier way now.
Yeah, no, I usually just opt for like the jump slash, but
Yeah.
seeing the leaf thing was pretty interesting. I feel like that can be pretty quick.
I think if you do it correctly, you actually can like just jump up on. Like, you don't have to hit that wall, but that wall will catch you like every time. But I think some people, if like the wind's angled right, you can just like leap onto the upper part.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That was insane.
Yeah, I'll have to watch this back.
You know what? It was not a tie, but I think that deserves a scream anyways. There you go. But yeah, if there is nothing else to say, we can wrap up here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just good luck to the both of you in the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, best of luck.
Yeah. GG's to both, and I'm excited to see more races.
For sure.
Yeah, that was... Whew, I'm sweating. I was like, what is going on?
Me too.
So, shout out to our commentators, Joshi and Drew. Shout out to our truckers, Zai and Jade Miniboo. We would not be able to do it without you all. And shout out to the runners, Quazy and Yao. That was truly, truly insane. We are going to send a raid over to a fellow Miniblins contestant, who is not playing Miniblins currently. They are doing some Skyward Sword speedruns. We are going to show some love to Sledgen. And we still have a few Miniblins matches coming up this week and next week. I don't have the schedule right in front of me because... oops. But yeah. So, go show Sledgen lots of love. And again, GG's to Yao and Quazy. That was one of the craziest races I've ever seen. Alright, bye everyone!
See ya.
Bye.